yeah, I expanded this wall post stream to be a little bit further out. It was too close together for what I actually needed, so I expanded that wall out one. I do have some slimes actually. I think we'll be okay. Well, no errands to run. What I want to try and do is now get up the picture-in-picture with the creative world that has the same thing we're working on building, but in creative space, so that I can sort of see it as I'm building it. So let's get that up and running. Over here. And then we'll see if we can get picture-in-picture up and running. Oh, good. Okay, there we go. We got it. We're up. We're good. We're good. Okay. So let's go ahead and go up top, and we'll work on building in the floor section up there, and then build the top part of the building, and then we can start working our way down. So how's everybody today? We're going to work on building the small rail station as we go. Welcome, JJ Bonzi. So I expanded up this wall, and we will need to move some of this stuff over a little bit from where it is. Let's go ahead and grab it all up. And then I think this also goes out a little bit, if I recall. And this can go away, because I need to go back a little further. So the holes are actually going to be here. So I guess we can put... Thank you for the follow, Silver. Welcome to the stream. Working on a rail station. It's pretty cool. Silver, how'd you manage to get that? I feel like that's pretty unique. You must have been here early in the mixer beam thing. All right, so we're gonna have there's gonna be pistons on the bottom of that facing down. These are gonna be filled in here, and so the wall is actually gonna be against this layer here. So we can fill this in as we go. And then the buttons are going to be on these blocks here. Oop, not those. Not this. This guy here. And then the buttons. So let's get the buttons going. Should be 4 of them around here somewhere. There we go. Buttons go on these. That's right? Yeah, entrance is over there. Yeah, okay. And then the redstone dust goes on top of these. And so what that will do is, when you hit the button, it'll power the piston below that block. I don't have the pistons on me, but there'll be pistons down there. And they push down. And then over here, we're going to have the mechanisms here. Why is this here? I think this is just to get out, if I recall. No, I'm sorry. Right. This is, there's stairs here. Yes. I forget exactly where the stairs line up, but... Stairs will come up to the second floor. Over here, this is just to get out, I do believe. This isn't going to be here long term. Because it comes in here and then actually turns right away. So let's actually get up into the top area. And we can see how we want to position some of the stuff up here. So you can see it up there in the picture. So the rail comes in here. So let's get the right rail blocks on a bar. This is going to be turning block here. And then we have a powered rail. No, I'm sorry, a regular rail, powered rail. This is going to be an ejector rail, followed by a powered curve track. And then let's get this moved a little more. And then it goes to powered rail, and then this is where it's actually going to drop down right here. This isn't right at all, because this is the entrance. Right? No. Okay, this isn't actually the entrance itself. Right. This is the entrance side, but that's not really where the entrance is. So then we have, looks like 2 open spots. So 2 open spots, and that goes all the way down to some mechanisms down there. So I guess we can replace these blocks, since they'll be visible, possibly if you look through the side here. Like that. And then we can style it up later, but that's where the track goes down and drops down into the mechanisms down below. Then we have these guys here. And then I believe we had to change the count, right? So there's actually 6 spots Right now we only have 5, so now we have 1 more spot because we moved this wall over. Like that. Good. And then when we power these rails and stuff, they'll turn in different directions and everything. So I think what I'll do to find that easier is I will break this block so that I have an idea. That's the start of... There's going to be levers all the way along this whole thing. Which we have on us. So let's actually build that row in now. So for now, we'll just do 3 down from the top. So 1, 2, 3, just so that we have a little platform we can walk on. Ah, too many worlds. Too many words. Which words? Am I speaking too much? Let's see. So let's go here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because I'm tripping over my own words. I'm guessing that's what you mean. We're going to build this here just so we can walk around. Eventually we'll take this out and then we'll have to build in other mechanisms, but for now, go like this. Oh, by the way, welcome, Brandon. Wait, where's the... Yeah, so here, there's going to be... probably looking at the picture-in-picture. 1, 2... Well, actually, I guess I don't need one here, because this is already turning. So, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then every other one is a powered rail. So these definitely at least have to be turned on. And then we can double check if we'll turn them all on. How's that? And then we'll come back through and turn the ones off if we don't need them on. Nope, just trying to figure out stuff. Okay. Yeah, so this is we're making a power rail or a small rail station over by the iron farm. Is what our project is. So the last month or so I've been okay. So these are actually set up now correctly. So these are all curved to exit. When they're powered, they'll go this direction, and then these are all powered on top. So this is already good to go. So we did have to change up all those levers the way we did. Yeah, so that's good to go. We can close up this hole, and then we can we'll get rid of that platform at some point. We do want to also power these things, and then eventually this activator rail that I have to put in. So that'll give me an idea of the spacing for that stuff. So let's actually go back to that platform so we can put levers in the right spots for those. So I'll pop down here. And so that is, so we want, here we'll build a platform over here still. So we can do a little bit of extra building. I'm probably going to actually rearrange this thing to be in the correct orientation as the example world, just so we don't get confused later. All right, so this is where the activator rail is on top of this. So we do want to power that. We're going to power the powered rail on either side. Then there was 2 powered rails, a turn, and then powered rail here that we want to power. Okay, good. So that should be good. Do we have... we don't have... Oh, that's right. Different server. I was like, where's my redstone shulker box with all that stuff? But that's a whole different server. Okay. So probably the entrance will be here. Potentially. Let's make sure that we can't... Okay, good. They can't get through. That's probably where the entrance is. I'll double check where that is positioned exactly in the other place. How close it is to this. Because this thing I can change a little bit to not be... Like I can do these as stairs and then slab on top. So I don't have to have it as sort of in your face. But that's where the rail goes down. Like as a train comes in, it'll get rid of the people here. And then the rest of the train will go in there and sort itself out. And then here's the go button that I actually have to hook up to some redstone and stuff. I think there's supposed to be a dust there. And then I believe there'll be a piston below that. So I'll get rid of this block and then this. Right, there won't be slime blocks, so I don't have to worry about that. Can't seem to get the video going. Oh no, you scared me there for a second. I thought that I wasn't streaming. Well, that's odd. You can't get the video going. It's going. I'm assuming it's working for everybody else. I think. I hope. Let me know if it's not working. Okay. So then over here, there's going to be, hello, many creatures. 817. Welcome to the stream. We're working on a rail station. All is well here. Okay. Poor John. Poor John. So there's going to be signs on top of that. I guess I can make the signs now. Yeah, sure. This area here in the middle is going to be open for a while, so we don't have to worry about trying to take up the space for that. We will need 4 signs, so let's do 2 batches. Oop. And then these will be here, and we can change the wording on them later. Question mark, question mark, question mark. We're working on we're working on a small rail station on this particular multiplayer server. So the main window here is the one where I'm actually building it in survival, and then this one is one where I built it in creative. So if you could look to see, it's a big open area here, and if we come over here, here's all of the redstone and craziness that I actually will be building and built in creative here on the picture-in-picture over here, I guess, over that way. And then I've already also built in a less organized manner on another spot on the same server. So these are all still rail stations, so you can pick your destination and go through. Let's also look at, so right now we're building just this top part. So we have right above is directly a sign and then a button. So we'll put those in. Yes, I like trains. Yeah. Right. Yes. Yeah. I didn't catch that as a question. You're right. Yeah. Because I like trains. That's why. So a sign here, and then buttons are on top of that. But not in all the spots, just some of them. So we can put these in. This season I'm going to do trains, and probably the next season on this map I might work on my whole cube game thing that I was talking about once upon a time. Okay, so we're going to have 4 buttons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So then they're going to be on these. The first, this one's going to be the engine. So we're still going to have a sign here. So I guess we need more signs. We can use these sticks too, I guess. So we'll just turn these all into signs. That didn't really work the way I wanted to, but in the end it worked out okay. And so then this will be the engine appears here, and over here the caboose. And then if you want to have a passenger cart, you can do arrow request. I don't think it's a fair. No. Cool. And so then that's the same sign. Thank you for the follow, Negirl123. Welcome to the stream. We'll go like that, I think. And I'll fill those in later with labels. I can't copy and paste, unfortunately. All right, so let's go ahead and put in we don't have any, I guess I should go down and get all of my sticky pistons. It's probably a good thing to have on me. Let's go head on down there. Whee! We have a cluster of them down here. We could probably get rid of something else. For now, let's get rid of some redstone. We have plenty on us. So sticky pistons. I will need, 4 for those. Let's make some more sticky pistons just to be safe. I don't think I need any regular pistons this entire build, actually. So I could probably turn all of my regular pistons into sticky pistons. We'll see. Alright, let's do it. Let's just make them all sticky pistons. I'll regret it later. But I guess I can make more. I can make regular pistons again if I need to. Okay, so sticky pistons are made. Do I want anything else while I'm down here? I think I have everything else I need. So I'll head on back up top. I'll add those into those different spots there. Actually, yeah, so there's one on the far side as well. Thank you for the follow, Straw Student 149. straw student, eh? What kind of straw are you studenting? Working on a big railstone build. It's a creative world in the top. I actually changed. This will probably look more interesting if I make this for now, because I don't need to look at anything. I'll just put it down here. All right, so this is going to be sticky pistons facing down. And then this will be where eventually there'll be a bunch of slime blocks. They're all attached onto these. But for now, we'll just have these sticking here. Yes, all 4, right? Yeah, that's 4. Good. So put that there. Go ahead and pop up top. Hello. Hello, straw student. What sort of straw student? What are you a student of? Is it farming? Is it like straw like hay, or straw like drinking, or? All right. Where else? Oh, I was gonna put one more down below. I want to put one in for this button here. While I'm thinking about it. So let's get here. And then I have to remember, I think it's just this block here. So will that, and that might not be in the right direction if I place it directly there. So let's go here. And then this will push down a powered thing that's going to actually activate a bunch of redstone stuff there. You don't know? Okay. Oh, just curious. Wasn't sure if there was like an origin story for the name. All right, let's go over here. All right, so now we want to put in, let's, on picture-in-picture, let's go ahead and pop up here and take a look behind here. So there's on the other side of where the button is, we want to put in this stuff. Oh, there's not actually, I thought there were slime blocks in this. There isn't. Interesting. Okay. So where the buttons are in those. So let's see if we can get up top on here. Good. So there should be redstone torches on the back side of where the buttons are. And what that does is that's going to activate some dispensers up top, which I don't have right now. I'll have to get some dispensers. But that'll activate dispensers. And so there's going to be blocks on top of those. And then a torch on top of that. And then a dispenser on top of that, which we don't have right now. I mean, we can make some at some point, but right now we don't have, we just have, I think, droppers downstairs, no dispensers downstairs. All right, and then we can get rid of this sign while we're thinking about it. And then there's going to be dispensers on top of that. For now, we will put some other block there just to notice that, you know, we should put something else there. There's going to be dispensers facing forward on these. And then we can go a little higher up, and we can see that there's the dispensers with hoppers pointing into them. And it's feeding in, let's back up a little bit. So the hoppers are feeding in from the direction of where the entrance is. So in our world, it's actually going to be coming in from over here. So they're going to be coming this way and feeding this direction. So our hoppers will be pointing into the side of this. So here, pointing into that side, pointing into there. You like Nerf? Like Nerf bats or Nerf things. I haven't played with Nerf things in a while. I think when I worked in an office. Right now I work from home. But when I worked in an office, we had some like Nerf things or whatever we'd play with. But all right, so we'll come over here. Take a look. So they come in, and it goes one more than, let's see. So this is pointing into that, so it's going to go one more. And then I believe then it turns, and there's one more after that. So then it comes one after that to right there. So this is where they're actually going to break and then land in there. 37. I don't know what you mean. All right, let's put, so I'm going to have a block on top of this. Why do I have just a regular block? No, there should be a furnace on top of this. Nerf guns. Cool. Oh, you have 37 Nerf guns? Is that what you mean? It's a lot of Nerf guns, if that's what you mean. Let's put these on top to reduce lag. And we will have one. So there's going to be... Oh, actually, we can't have one on top of this. So this one's actually going to be open, open to the elements, because right here on top of... We need to get... Gonna make this be, no, it's too far away. You can't do middle click too far away, it doesn't listen. So this is gonna be sand on top of this, and then a cactus on top of that. So we can't have anything here on top of that. We can have a furnace here, though. And then there'll be rail on where I'm standing, which is just a regular rail. And then some blocks next to it. Boop. And then a block on top. And then it'll sort of just enclose this in a little bit. We'll have to be able to still get in there to put in the rest of the stuff. But we're going to have this to kind of contain the cactus sand and then the cactus on top of that. But we can't have any blocks here because of the cactus. But that should be fine there. This is a kid-friendly stream. Yes, it is. That is true. Alright, so we have all of that going on there. And then I'm going to kind of build this rail in reverse from where I have it here. So if we sort of move this camera down a little bit. So we're going to have two blocks coming out with rail on it. So now we can get it over here. Makes it a little easier. So we're going to have just regular rail, which I need to, let's rearrange my bar. Okay, like that. Two regular rail. And then it's going to curve into the building, so it goes this way, two down from where we are. So I might need to actually just jump down, I guess. So it's going to be two down. We can take these guys out. I guess I should sleep. On this server, we have a one bed sleep system, and we actually don't have to sleep itself. We can just like stand on top of it. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. All right, and we'll get some more bars in our blocks in our bar. And all right, so let's continue where we left off. So the it's going to be two powered rail, no creepers, right? Sometimes they surprise me over here. Two powered rail coming down, followed by two curving in towards the wall. So there's going to be blocks here and here, followed by three downwards. So it's going to be that. We can take that out, and then this guy, and then one more right here. So this is the powered rail there. Oh, I have to make sure that this curves the correct way. So I think if we put those in first and then that one, okay, now it actually works properly. So that's going to come down and it's going to connect up to something else in a second. We need to power that. And this one I chose to just power this block because that'll actually power both. So we put this here. Oh, I lied. It doesn't power both. How am I powering the other one? I must be powering underneath somewhere. Let's see. Oh, right there. Well, that's an awkward spot to power. I guess I can power it there. Here, I'll power this block here. Oh, no, I won't. There's a piston there. I will power... Interesting. If I power this block, that'll power both. And I think that's safe with everything else we're going to put in. Maybe. Alright, let's get back up top. So then the other one that comes in, so that'll go down all the way down to the bottom. The other one that comes in is going to be crossing here. So let's try and get that built in the right spot. So on the first downward here, there's also a downward here. So it's going to be something like that. I think. Right? Maybe? No. Over one more. Okay. So that's going to be here, maybe. Trying to see if this seems to match the picture. No, even further out. Yeah. Okay. I'm building on the wrong side. That's why it's not working in my head. Okay, right. Okay, do over. So that's going to be over here. So it's actually going to be... so I think here... one more up is right here. Yes. Okay, cool. And then this comes in here with a block there. Comes down there. Cool. We take this out. I'll take out any extra blocks that we don't actually need. And then when I'm building in the rest of the walls and everything, I'll put things back in as needed. But then that slopes down. Let's get back up there. This part's a little complicated. And so it has it's gonna have the straightaway up top, like we, I'm moving the wrong camera. Go like that, there we go. Straightaway like we have, and then it comes down 3. So let's get down there. So one more, it comes down. And then after that, it turns. So this goes here. There's just one there, and then there's this track here, which is now gonna turn, and it's gonna scoop right below. So if we come over here now, it's gonna scoot right below that thing and work its way down. So this is gonna be in a non-creative world. I'm gonna try and build these stairs. Right now there's still a platform here, so that makes it a little easier. But it's gonna curve right here and then work its way down there. But this track is actually gonna be a little trickier to get in. Thank you for the follow, Rex Sparky. Cool name. I like, assuming Rex well, I guess, yeah, Rex could be dog or Rex could be T-Rex. Well, I like both. So this is going to also curve right here. And we can take out some of these extra blocks as we go. Oh, I was hoping I was going to get those, but that's not the end of the world. Because as we put in these blocks that go down, we're going to have to work on... Yeah, so this one, I think it'll go down for a little bit. So we can at least go down to there, I think. Maybe I might go down a little bit more, and then we can take out as needed. This will be powered rail coming up to here, and then after that, well, actually, this might be far enough apart where I can actually walk through here. We'll see. Probably not. Oh, I can't. Good. Okay. Well, that was very thoughtful of me. So I'll go this way, and I can put in blocks there, coming down this direction. Then at some point, well, they'll run into other blocks going, or other train tracks going the other direction. So I'll have to change the direction they go in, but for now it's okay. So let's come down. Okay, here we can't walk through, so I'll have to jump here. And here we can't actually walk through, I guess. So we can sort of get down there, but not really. All right. And then from here, for now I will just put in a torch. Well, what's on here? I guess I can break this and walk down. So for now we'll keep this open as a access point. This will go away. Okay, so that's good for this. So those two tracks are up there, and they work their way down to the craziness downstairs. Let's go to the other side now. So we want to build all of this. Let's start with building the actual. We don't have the droppers in yet, but let's build the related blocks, or dispensers rather. We have droppers somewhere else, but we don't have dispensers handy. So these wood blocks are, so this actually can't be here. How did I handle that? Oh, I guess it's just open. Okay. So, so below that block, there's going to be a block here, because this is the dispenser. Pretend like it's a dispenser facing this direction. There's going to be rail on top of these, so that when you hit the button, it turns off that torch, which turns on this torch, which both dispenses a cart, but then also powers this so that the cart moves forward. There we go. And then we can fill in the blocks below. Now we can actually get up here. Great. Make sure we fill in that block. And then for now, I'll leave that open still. Not all the way open, just enough where I can get down there. So on these blocks here, where this dispenser, pretend like it's a dispenser, there's going to be a powered rail facing this direction. I don't know if it just happens to be pointing the right way. If it didn't point the right way, you could add another block here, put a rail on so it faces the right direction, and then just break that block. Because there's actually going to be a hole here. So what we want to do is, on the front, but it didn't quite, I guess it's expected, but for some reason I wasn't expecting that it would do that. So then here we will put in blocks in between, just to make sure that they fall in properly. Take these up. And go like this. And I'll leave that open, I guess. In the example world on the side, we did that, but we don't really have to do that to like keep these spots open. So I might just, because right now there's a spawnable spaces, so we have to worry about lighting that up. So I think I'm actually going to close all those up. And for now I'll leave this top part open, but we can actually cover this whole thing up here once we get this dispenser going. But right now we don't have a dispenser there, so we want to keep it accessible. So we'll close this up. And for now we'll put in torches here. And now we can work on the other side. So let's move our camera a little bit. So on, was it one layer lower than this rail? So one layer lower. Thank you for the tweet, JJ Bonzik. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and put in. So there's gonna be, I guess, a floor coming along here. So put that in. That reminds me, I wanted to double check to make sure tickets didn't go on sale for PAX. Okay, we're good. Okay. Alright, okay, so that's there. And then we want to have, I guess this will probably continue all the way over, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll carry this all the way over to here, where this wall is going to be filled in. All the way down here. And also over here. That's good for now. Alright, so then this spot here is going to be... so there's going to be powered rail running along this whole thing. Oh, we need more powered rail. Oh no, we have some. Good. Aha, good. We're so set. So prepared. Okay. So this runs all the way over and then dumps into that last spot. So it's going to come all the way over and then it's going to turn right here. So this is going to be a block here, regular rail, powered rail, and then it needs to actually have a back on here so that it doesn't fall. It's going to go straight through there. And then this block doesn't need to be here. Okay, there we go. So that's going to go straight down into the engine spot. So we can go ahead and close this up here. And we can power this pretty safely here, I think. Yeah, good. And then over here, let's see how it all connects together. This part gets a little bit crazy trying to get it all to fit. So, this one comes, thank you, for, I think he might also be streaming actually. That's Condrick, if you're not familiar. Condrick's pretty cool. So, we are a little bit, so at the same level as these. So it's going to come over one more, which means this is all powered rail here. And then this is going to be a, oh, it was just short. So let's actually move this lever over one. Just so that it'll reach all the way. And then right here is where it starts going down. Oh, one more over, actually. Sorry. One more over, and then it starts going down. So we go down, I think, all the way to the wall. Yeah. So it's going to be here, and then one more below that. And then it goes, so it's angle here. So here's the turning track, and then it will start going down here. And then which one's actually the... Yeah, this is the bottom one. So we want to do this one first, because I think this one you can't walk around in. Let's get down here real quick. Take out some of these bottom blocks there. Should be good for now. So we have regular rail, powered rail, coming along there. And then powered rail going all the way down. So let's go ahead and just start putting in the powered rail and the track to go all the way down. And then at some point, these two tracks and these two tracks I'm making are going to run into each other. So that's when they will have to, one of them has to give away. Or, you know, I think that side, I believe, kind of angles out and goes somewhere else in a second. But for now, this will continue down this way. Powered rail running all the way up. And we'll actually build that eventually from down below. Because this thing we're about to cover up and we can't really get to it very easily. So that's the first one. The second one is going to be here. So, raised up one. It's going to drop in stuff here. It's going to do that from this angle. So it's raised up one higher than, so for now we'll put a block there, take it out. And it's going to come in two. And then it does a little zigzag thing. up to here. So we have... Oh, I screwed up there. Maybe? Yes, it's in the wrong spot. Let's put one here. So this goes here and here. Powered rail, and then it does zigzag, like I was just describing. So we can take these out. And this is actually just going to be a ceiling. Does a little zigzag. And then, here's where it turns around. Yeah, good. So here it turns around, and then it starts going down at this point. So this, I believe, won't give enough room to walk on the other track. But that's okay. It'll still let trains go through, just not people. So we can put these in here, and then just to double check if that's really the case, let's pop down here. So we can get onto this, but we can't walk down through that track. So we'll have to power it later on from underneath, and then some other stuff. But for now, that works fine. We can't walk through there either. Okay. So to get up here at the moment is a little tricky. So let's actually extend this. Do we have ladders on us? We do. Awesome. Let's make this a little bit higher up so we can get on top. And we'll add in some ladders. Coming up. A little torch. Torch action. So now we can get up top and we can power this stuff. So let's put a... That's not gonna work. Oh, actually, that must be how I was powering that direction. We do that for that section, and then here for that. I don't think it'll interfere with anything else. And those will power from underneath, I think. So we don't interfere with anything else going on here. These are the buttons to make it go. We can go ahead and fill in some of this stuff. Now that we have it all up and running. And we can close that up too. We'll torch up here for now. Okay. So we have all that going on top. I think this is all the mechanisms we need on top, except for, of course, the eventually the cactus there. So sand and cactus, and then dispensers here. But for now, the rest of this should work okay. So now we're going to head down. Are we doing on time? Okay, good. We're doing great on time. All right. So let's get down to this level, and we'll start coding. I'm a programmer. we'll start building this stuff. So we're going to start from the far side, which is actually all the way over there. And that's going to be where the redstone block is, and we'll start building that sort of backwards. So redstone block goes here, followed by, we'll put this in temporarily. And then, so we're actually going to need to probably lower this down just so we can get to it. But it's going to have this. So redstone dust on top. And we can actually rearrange some of our stuff. Put the right things on the bar. So we don't need ladders. We're going to need this. We're going to need repeaters. Good. We don't need rail right now. We need lots of repeaters. We have quite a few. Hello, the Ninja Wolf. Welcome. Working on some redstone stuff. We're building what's in the top corner in survival right now. And we're going to need redstone dust. We have torches, regular torches. We might need some more. Let's make a few more torches just so we can keep the thing kind of lit up. Actually, I'm wondering now, looking at it, I wonder if those torches are bleeding through at all into the area above. I don't think so. I don't think the particles travel up that high, do they? Let's double check, I guess. We don't want particles to be going through our floor. I don't notice any. It might be fine. If they do later on, we can change them to some other block for lighting. In fact, I guess we don't really need the lighting there because there's not spawnable spot. It's too small. Is this going to be like a multi-switch station? Yes, definitely. So this is a small rail station. So if we pop up top, I can show you in this world. Hopefully it's not too small for you. But yeah, so I have a big rail station which has like 16 different possible destinations you can program in. Here, so you'll be able to hit this button. I think right click is not going to break it. Yeah, you hit the button, it extends down some stuff, does some magic, and then an engine that's programmed to your destination comes out here, and then a caboose that's programmed to be a caboose comes out there. from here you can have, you know, four people or yourself, and then like 3 freight cars would be inside the train. And then when it gets to intersections, like, I think that might be an example of one that's working, or that maybe. Those are earlier prototypes, and those are probably really small on your screen. So it's an intersection where the train will get in and then smartly go in the right direction, based on tokens that thing will have in it, is what we're building. And so then the smaller rail stations will just have programmed, like, first slot is get to the main rail station, and then 3 local rail stations. So if you're just trying to get to somewhere else, or if for some reason from one spot you really typically want to get to another and it's actually far away, you could program it that way. But the idea is it sort of be 3 local ones and then 1 to the main rail station, which then you could take that to go wherever you want on the server eventually, once there's actually more rail stations. In this one, there's one small rail station and then 1 large rail station. And then this one's going to be the second one once it's done being built. Yes, it is. It is complicated. Okay, so this... I'll come back to those rails. For now, we're just going to work on building the launching mechanism, because the train cars also need to be separated out by a little bit of a distance, because the way it works is you know, it's sucking in tokens into some hoppers on the rail, but the hoppers have some amount of delay between them, so we need to have the cars kind of separated out by a little bit. Otherwise, we run into problems. So we're going to do this. Take out this rail here, because now we need to work a little bit lower. So let's take these guys out for now. I'll leave that in. I'll just get rid of this. At least lose some blocks, but that's okay. All right, so now from over here, we want to build this. So let's actually move our camera this direction. So this is the launching mechanism. So there's going to be, I guess we're a little bit lower maybe than we want to be, but at least it's better to be lower, and we can pillar up than the other way around. Take these guys out. So we have our thing there. So I guess we'll pillar up a little bit. We want to have it goes this way, and then it's going to power. There's going to be a redstone torch on top of this, and there's actually a redstone torch all the way across. So let's actually build this second layer here that we can walk on. I have to remember this is dark, so I don't walk away from it. Otherwise, we'll get some mobs probably. But so every other is going to be a redstone torch. 6 of them. So we're going to do redstone torch every other, and then we're going to do regular torch every other after that. So here, right there. Oh, I missed. Right there. There we go. Redstone torch. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. Then we'll put in some regular torches, just to keep it a little lit over here. And again, if that ends up bleeding through the floor, I will change it later, because they aren't really needed here. It's just easier to see. Okay, so then the first one is going to be powered by this. That also carries a signal down. So let's get rid of these. And we want to put in a block below that. So this goes away. We have redstone dust. And then it continues this direction. One more block. It's a lot easier to build this in in the creative world. But so that's why I made the creative one that's sort of a, you know, better designed and easier to kind of move things around. And then I come back and I can then put in the survival world version. So I come out 2, and then this line's gonna kind of go all the way across. So we'll just build this in, just so we have something to walk on, but then also something that's gonna have a bunch of redstone on it. All right, so then we have it comes out. It looks like there's 3 in between each of these, and then I don't remember how far over it goes, but for now we'll just build it over a bit. Yeah, it's not gonna go that far, I guess. It might go to there. We'll see. And then it comes up top and underneath. So we actually don't want this block here, and it's gonna come out this direction. So these blocks are not quite, they're almost in the right spot. Not quite. but we'll take out all the extra blocks we don't need as we go. So there's going to be 2 repeaters going that direction. This stuff goes here, up there, and then it goes up top as well. 2. I guess I'm standing in the way for that. Basket, were you in the military? I was not. Are you asking because of my hairdo? So I ran into somebody else and they were like, "Oh, are you in the military?" I'm like, "No, I just like my hair short." my hair gets too long and too hot, so I like to keep it short. Okay, for some reason this is not quite right. Aha. So I wasn't actually supposed to raise it up there. Yes, good, like this. So we go like this, and actually thinking about this, so I'm lower than I think I should be. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they were asking me. Okay, so I screwed up something. So I didn't need to actually reduce this down, so I put this whole row in the wrong spot. So we're going to take all of this out. We were almost right, but not really. So let's go, we're going to build it up this way. So this is the row for this line. We have plenty of smooth stone, so we don't have to worry about recovering those. But I do want to recover these repeaters. And we can take these out. I consider growing out my hair more. But for now so it must be dark outside. So this row is going to come all the way over. We'll build the bottom first. I think it's going to be better to have the bottom row in, because it's going to be harder to get down there. So we're going to build that in first, I think. But we're going to build it in the right spot. Alright, I don't know how far. I forget how far over it goes. Come back over here. So this is supposed to just dip down 1 block. Not a whole bunch. So 1 block, and then the repeater set to full delay. Welcome, Tim. Welcome back. So 1, 2, 3. And then it goes up a block. We need some blocks. Oh no! Speaking of, I thought I had plenty of blocks on me. Okay, let me go down and all the way down to the bottom and get some more. I guess I did use up quite a few. This can go. So Tim, I don't know if you saw my message in Discord, but I'm signed up for the waiting list for loot. I guess there's a waiting list if you want to be a person that can receive loot. So we'll see if I get accepted for that. Welcome, Phrase J67. Oh, look at all this free brick on the floor. It's handy. Hello, Tim. Blooded hello. My boss called me in the middle of a basket stream. Oh, man. Alright, let's stack up with some blocks. Oh, do we have dispensers? No, just droppers. What else do we want to have up there? Dispensers and a cactus, which we don't have with. Okay, so we'll come back for that. So we'll go back up now. Which was a faster way up. Like shifting, climbing up a ladder. All these adventure games, or all these first-person puzzle games I've been doing, you can hold down and shift to go fast. But it doesn't work here. I think you actually slow down. Alright. I didn't know there was... Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, really. So I was able to sign up for a regular account, but then I guess to get a streamer account, you have to... I guess because there's a lot of people that tried to sign up. So they wanted to have a waiting list. Or whatever, so it's fine. Alright, so we have... Let's scoot on over here. So this one's on full delay. And then there is a block here to send the signal up, but then also... Or is it right there? 2, yeah. And then we also carry it in and go this direction. So we can take this out. So then this one's going to be, it looks like a full and a half. And then it turns and goes this direction. Oh dear. Also, so this is a Minecraft tip for everybody. If you're shifting on a repeater, apparently you just fall off. Because I was shifting. But I guess you just fall right off. So be careful. Be careful when working on repeaters. I was expecting to just not fall there, actually. Okay. Yeah, I have feather falling 4 always, because I have a tendency to fall. All right, let's change our perspective on here so we can see a little bit better of what we're building on this main floor. So it comes over here and does a little loop, comes back over here. Then there's redstone dust, so we can put in torches in these in the middle spots. So redstone dust there, and then it comes back up here, and then goes back over as well. So then we're gonna have the same thing, repeater here on a full delay. Let's not stand on the redstone repeater when we're trying to build that in. There we go. And so this goes this direction, and there is one repeater here on full delay. And then it goes like that. This one is going to be 1.5 again, I believe. And then it goes, don't fall off again. And then it goes, this is here. And then this comes over this direction. I think, yes. And then there's going to be dust, redstone repeater, full delay. Comes over here, comes over one, and onto a block, I think. Is it, is that many? Yes. And then onto a block, and then I think that's it. So block here with dust on top. So I think that's the whole under bit there. So we can go ahead and put on the same rings, but on the top now. So if we come over here, we can just put these on top of that, and over here, do the same. And then up here, now if we change our perspective, we can get up top. And we can see that we have, it comes up here. Actually, I don't need this here. It is the rings, but they're facing the other direction. So we take this out, put this in. So then here, there's going to be a repeater just on one tick, and then dust. Here there's a full and a half delay on the repeaters. Over here, the same deal. So half, and then a full and a half, like that. And then the last one is going to come up and be just a half. So it's going to go like this. So a half, and then we power that. Good. Right, all these are off right now. Okay, good. We don't need this in eventually, but for now we'll leave it in. Let's take out some extra of these blocks over here. Everything is pretty well lit up, and these are all non-spawnable anyway, because there's redstone on all this stuff. So now let's go up top, and what we should see, if this all worked right, when we get into this main room here, is when we hit this button, we should see these turn on in sequence. Yes, good. So that's a launching mechanism. So it has the whole train coming across here, and then when you hit the go button, so I think there's supposed to be a sign here that says, like, you know, go, so you're able to, because you're going to be in this cart here, and there's maybe a cart here, so you need to be able to see the sign, okay, and be able to hit this button, and then that'll launch all the carts in sequence, and they'll all launch and go this direction. So there's actually going to be, I think, powered rail right here, going out. Oop, that didn't work at all. There we go. Powered rail going that direction. So when you hit it, then I need to actually make this powered to go the other direction. So let's see how easy that'll be to put in. Let's put in, let's get rid of this block too. And we can put in blocks here, and then blocks there. Trying to get a lever on top of this, right? I think right here. So lever right here. I don't think that'll break anything. Oh, so it's actually supposed to be one more. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. Now it all lines up with all those. And we can try and get out of here. So we take these out. We pop up here. Well, I guess we can leave these blocks there for now. If we're down there and we think about it, we can get rid of that stuff. But then now that should Turn the other way? No. Did I put it in the wrong spot? I guess there's no other track for it to go on. Right. Okay, hold on. So now will you go the right direction? Yes. So now any trains coming this direction will go straight. Any trains coming in will turn, drop off the people once we put an activator rail. The train will come in here and then go into the sorting system. Okay, good. That's all set up. We don't need this to be open anymore. Do we need to get in here for any reason? I guess we might eventually. We'll keep it open for now. I just want to double check to make sure the PAX tickets aren't on sale. They're not. Good. Okay. As soon as I see a tweet for that, I need to just jump on there and buy tickets. Okay, and that'll be me for however many days until they sell. All right. How are we doing on time? Okay, we're almost out of time, but let's do a little bit more stuff. So now we can build some of the mechanisms for down here. So we can build this structure in here. So let's reposition our camera. We will need to pop down below. Stairs go up here, so the ladder's in that corner. We can come down here. And on the far side of here, drop down 1 block is where the structure is. So we can't really get to it too easily yet. So we'll come over here just so we can get some blocks in the wall. I think this is the same level here. Here maybe. So we're going to go 1 lower than that. Yeah, okay, good. So then this line here is where you can see in the picture-in-picture, we have that rail that's powered right now that goes behind there. Keeping in mind, so the picture-in-picture, that design is slightly different configuration. It's the same stuff, but it might be like mirrored or whatever, a mirror image of it. Because here we're actually coming in there, versus in that thing we're coming in on that side. So it's kind of like a set up a little differently, but basically the same. So then raised up 1 from there. So here's where the dropping down. So 1 higher from where I am right now is where the initial backboard comes in. And so it's directly underneath that, and then it immediately goes to the same level. So we can put in this. Let me make sure I don't fall, because it's a waste of time. Not because it hurts too much, just because it's a waste of time to go back up the ladder. So we have blocks there. So 1, 2, and then 3. So this is where the oops. Oh, that's fine. That's where the hopper is going to be. And then we have 1 more, followed by blocks that go this direction. And this is a curving. This is where it's actually going to separate out those guys. 1 more, followed by the hopper, and 1 more, and then the track coming this direction. So regular rail. Power rail on either side of that. Powered rail. And then this one just goes 1 more. No, it actually drops down right here. So it's going to immediately go down after that. Switching it didn't hook up at all. I think we'll be okay though. So there's going to be hoppers. I have to build a sorting system in there. I am a little higher than I want to be, so let's see where we want to build our floor for this. I guess the easiest way is if I build the other side of this. So it's going to come around the corner there. So we'll change our perspective to be that, so we can see where we're building things in. So that's going to be over here. So it's going to dip down 1, and then I guess actually, so it dips down 1 and then goes here, and then it starts going down more after that. So let's try to figure out the easiest way to build these blocks. I guess if we do that, so then it's going to go down 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 slopes. So 1. Oh, I have to. Okay, I have to build all the way from the wall, I guess. 3 slopes. So 1, 2, and then 1 more slope. We can break these blocks underneath afterwards. So 3 slope, and then this is going to be a turn, and then it goes this direction. And then there's going to be different things on this line, hoppers and all kinds of other stuff, but we'll come back to that. Torch it up. And then for now, I won't put in all of the rail necessarily. It's mainly I just wanted to get some access down here to work on that stuff. And then regular rail. Good, it all connects up. And then this actually, we'll have to make sure the default is the opposite of this. And I don't remember if anything goes underneath this, but we'll take out the extra blocks that aren't actually part of holding this thing up. I've got to run. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Well, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. And then this is going to turn. And right here is actually going to be a hopper underneath this, but we'll come back to that. Over here, actually, how's... oh, it looks like I do have to end up the stream. So let's go ahead and light up anything that isn't lit up, just in case someone comes over this direction and ends up spawning in stuff. It's pretty well lit up here. Let's double check up top. All hail your Imporator. Well, welcome, Julius Caesar. Let's go. We're gonna end up the stream.